Hey there everyone, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. Today we are at Glasgow Queen Street in the class 385. We're going to board by the back cab, walk through the train, give the train a quick once over, and then we'll be on our way in about 4 minutes. Right, we'll leave this cab shut up in case something, yeah. So wandering through, because it's first thing, and this is the train's first day, it's obviously has to come off shed with all the window blinds pulled down, but I tend to just throw them up, and there we go. Just a little pet peeve thing, you always have the blind, like, it's the same for tray tables. Tray tables, you always have those up, you have blinds up as well, it just looks tidier. So I have actually recently been on one of these. Anyway, as I was saying, I have just recently been on one of these. I was on one of these on Friday, and it's now Sunday. They are nice little units. This is more what they sound like. So I've noticed, as of time of recording, Rivet were going through the process of amending, basically fixing the sounds. So they might be fixed by the time you see this video. But yeah, anyway. That's this unit thingied. So what we'll do is enter the cab. No. There we go. We'll open this door, just get some fresh air in the cab. So yeah, this is a good little door combo here. Anyway, we'll get started on this class 385. There we go. So that's basically the train prepared for service. We'll quickly log into the TMS. There we go. And you can actually, yeah, so Daz is what I tend to drive with. We are a 4-car. These tend to run as 8s, but that might just be me thinking at the moment. So we are a 4-car unit, which is fine. Here you have the announcement, which are nice.
The class 385 service to
Edinburgh. Yeah, hasn't loaded our TMS yet. That'll happen about a minute's time. You'll see some stuff change, which is absolutely fine. I do need to set my DRA, which appears to have been isolated. So we are due away in a minute's time. So you can see you've got Edinburgh on the destination now. I do love the way these looking pretty characterful. That is a bit, I think, more like scratched and stuff, but hey. But yeah, so why did I end up in Glasgow on Friday? You ready for this story? So me and my friend Hannah, who's basically left the company now, but basically we use our staff travel privileges to have a really cool day out. Just gonna keep an eye on that. I want to see if the AI shuts the doors because it might. Anyway, me and my friend Hannah, who was really nice, we were going down. Basically, we're going to have a day trip to go and see Hamilton and Wicked in one day. Yeah, so it is down to meet closed doors, which is fine. Yeah, I need to go bonk. Wonderful. Road set, so good. Start speed limit today is 205.25. See, this is what my notes look like. Sorry, my apologies, it is a 20. There we go, so we are on our way. Anyway, as we are thinking through the tunnel, so me and my friend Hannah, like I say, so it's 10 miles to Crow, which is our first station stop today. Me and my friend Hannah, though, like I say, we like the show, so we went to go and see Wicked and Hamilton. But that would have meant we missed the last train home to Newcastle. Also, you can see this is a really loud train. I'm going to turn the audio... Hello. Turn the audio levels down. Actually, no, that works. So anyway, sorry, as I was saying, we missed the last train home, so we got the sleeper, which is fine. So we get to the sleeper at Euston, the Lowlander, and I walk on the platform, show up the ticket to the lady, and she goes, "Oh yeah, you're up the front." And I think, but that's the ticket to Glasgow. Turns out I booked the ticket to the wrong station. It is my professional opinion. It's my held opinion, sorry. That it definitely said I said Glasgow to the person on the phone. But yeah, we ended up in Glasgow by accident, which was fine. It was good fun though. It was a nice day out. Glasgow's a nice place to go, and basically instead of going up to Kirkcaldy, because we were both really tired because it'd been a long day the day before, and it was my first time trying to sleep on a train, and respectfully, like, it was comfortable, but just not a good night's sleep, you know? There was one point I got woken up because I was sliding across the bed. Need I say more? I think, to be fair, again, that was my fault because I was wearing t-shirts and leggings in bed. And my leggings are obviously quite slippery, so... comparatively speaking. Yeah, we ended up getting on one of these trains about 9:30 off of thingy, and had that for our... So we went to a little cafe, which I thought was great fun. It was a cafe I wouldn't have gone to otherwise, but it was called Off the Rails. And it just felt like a combination of Waitress and Fawlty Towers as a comedy, but yeah, it was a good laugh, as I like to say. But no, aside from that, it was a pretty good little day. Like I say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a nice day to sort of get out and, just thingy. We are actually a 70 now, so I'm going to go up to 70. I think it's... yeah, an 80 there, 85 there, so... sorry, but yeah, so we ended up getting on the train home. But it was just such a crazy thing going to Glasgow. I woke up at Carstairs and sort of lay in bed until we were approaching Motherwell. And then I heard my friend Hannah tapping on the phone, and I was like, "You up?" Like, bad enough. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get up and stretch my legs. So went and just stood in the vestibule and watched us arrive into Glasgow, which was good fun. After Croy, we go from 85 up to 100. I can put the power on now. We're only a 4-car unit, so yeah, we'll not speed there. So it was Bishop Briggs Station, my apologies. Anyway, I do absolutely love the ScotRail Express branding here. I do actually have an enhancement pack in for the route. which I think is responsible for changing the ballast textures. I'm not too sure. But again, just a really fun little run this, and no, it was good to you know, to visit this part of Scotland. I think this is Green. I can't remember the name of this goods loop, but this is the that's the HST depot over there. And I do have a mod that puts the HST on this route for the rail tour service. It would have been good to get like the services towards Stirling and stuff with. Uh-oh, power. Oh shit. This does happen. Of course, I've actually been up here twice recently. So the first time I went up to meet my friend Sabia in Glasgow for lunch, and kept coming back. I thought, oh, Linlithgow's on the way back. Well, I thought I know Rainbow Railways in this part of Scotland. At first, I thought they were in Falkirk, which, you know, fair enough. Was it Polmont? No, it was Polmont. I thought they were in. My apologies. So I got on a train. Oh, they're in Linlithgow. Okay, Linlithgow, second stop in. Happy with that, you know. Yeah, 5 miles to go to Croy. I panicked a little bit there. Yeah. Anyway, so that'll not be not the unit wouldn't go above 100, so it'd be like 100.5 basically. There you go. Put it in a notch 1 to sustain. Actually, I'll just coast until about 95 and then put it in a notch 2. Anyway, so that was fun as well. It was not my day. I went through the wrong ticket barrier twice at Edinburgh, which was just stupid. And anyway, so on the way back, I'm going on the train thinking, you know, Linlithgow, basically it's sort of before Falkirk, so it's my second stop into the route from Glasgow. Or was it shit? Basically, I got off at Falkirk, and I'm walking down the hill into the town at Falkirk, and I thought, Linlithgow didn't look this big on Google Maps. I turn around, there's a really big sign at the front of the station that says Falkirk High! Yeah, not my day. Not my day at all. But then, yeah, visit Rainbow Railways. They're a really good little job. They've sold me like far too much money worth of stuff already, but they did me some good deals on stuff. Got me the stuff I wanted for the price I wanted to pay, which, you know, what else do you need, right? And then yeah, but no, it's been a nice couple of things, and tomorrow I'm off to York for an interview. And I am shitting bricks. By the time you see this, the interview will have happened, you know. I would ask you to send feels, but, you know, that'd be a waste of feels. Yeah, this is an interview that I've got the potential, you know, I don't want to say what it's for because that would give things away. But it's really got the potential to be a positive change for me in terms of my lifestyle. And also in terms of, you know, what I can change in the world around me. Okay, and brakes going on. You can see this thing does not like to slow down. We've only lost 30 miles an hour in the full length of the goods loops. This is one of the things that they are changing, is the braking performance on these, so we'll have to relearn driving this afterwards. .5.1, I think I've been on this one actually. So the 3850s are the 3-car units. Those tend to be used for Dunblines and Alloas. I want to be entering the platform, which is just off this curve. You can just see the platforms there, no faster than 25. Or no faster than 20, really. remember my first time seeing one of these units actually. There was before they were even commissioned. Well, it was when they were doing commissioning tests in Scotland. One was being dragged, or two I think it was, were being dragged back to Darlington for some TLC from Hitachi. And yeah, I think they're. I remember sort of seeing the path in real-time trains and laughing because path's running at like 225 miles an hour. There we go. You know what? Yeah, I'll take a picture. But you need to move out of my PTI. Okay, lock the doors. Next stop, Falkirk High. That place I visited by accident in about break 10 miles. So I'm just drinking my usual video monster. So what are my thoughts overall on this DLC? It's really promising, and this patch, if it's done right, will fix the majority of the issues any of us have with this. You know, it is a good little route. I enjoy it. But you know, it's a good little route. I enjoy it, but it just gets let down. This is probably the angle I would drive this at. So I can see my speed on the TMS, which is I find that easier to read as a speedometer than this. So the DAS screen, which is what I've got up here, this would tell me a speed to drive at if I was in adverse signals. It's not implemented sadly, but it's just a good way to. It basically says it'll just say, let's say I don't know, drive at say 100 for now. You know, and that'll be fine. And then it'll also tell me my carriage, my train length. So it's a good reminder how long my train is. So I'm just, you know, then go from there. I can also. No, I can't make that work. Apparently, it's a shame. But this area is absolutely gorgeous. The distancing is a bit plain. It's not as rural as this. You do get a lot more in the way of housing in the distance, but apart from that, like I say, I think it looks absolutely smashing. Also, I do believe this should actually talk to you. Uh-oh. Double ambers. Ease off to coast. I believe there's a train ahead of us that's going towards Dunblane. If I see a single, I'll stand on the brakes. 93 is a good speed to coast at. Single amber right ahead. I'll brake as we go past it. Yep, that's single amber right ahead. Just cleared to a green, so I'll continue at line speed. So yeah, I think basically we passed the junction towards Falkirk, Grimston, Dunblane, Stirling, all that sort of neck of the wood. So yeah, you can see that we lost absolutely no time because of that, and we got quite close. No. You can see that's where he turned off. He went off down there. Check this out, starting to Falco Grahamston. Oh, that was actually a neutral section that we got hit by there. That was cool. Did not expect that. Good to know those are simulated, to be honest. Good to know those are simulated. Who's watching? Like I say, 99.5, 99 is a good space to be at. Probably like the speed drops about 98. There we go. Trying to think of things to talk about. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of model railway stuff coming up. That's I'm sort of consciously trying to get ahead of myself for that at the moment. Doing stuff like commissioning trains for the layout in videos. That's coming up, if not already been out. Like getting them ready to run, stuff like that. It's stuff that I do, and I think it's the stuff I'm vaguely competent in now. So I take you guys along for the ride. Like I never like to show stuff I've got no idea what I'm doing. As long as I'm sort of vaguely competent, I'm happy to video myself doing it. Okay, and I panicked that we missed our braking point, but no, this is a braking point here. So ease off. Back on the brake we go. You've got to ignore the high-speed run sounds on this. It will get you. I'm going to get you. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, okay, booking it into this station a bit, so I'm going to stay hard on the brakes. This is where I lighted, and this is just about the driving profile that my driver took on that day when I lighted here by accident. Have a look around. So yeah, I remember I stood under here to get a photo of the train departing. Literally, I think I have this photo. And then you exit the station here. I'm gonna sit back in the cab just so I can show you my perspective on this matter. It was very distressing. That's a very badly positioned. I can barely see that. I didn't see it on the approach. So you can see we're on time. We're due away now, so yeah, we've got 10 seconds. What we'll do is we'll close the doors 10 seconds early. And I can use this as a chance to show you guys. Stood about here. You've got a view. This isn't too accurate. You've got like tower blocks there and stuff. Thank you for stopping from the camera. And then there's a big sign there that says Falkirk High on it. What a fucking day at the office. Right, power on, let's go. Uh-oh. Press that door close button. Start speed limit here is 9 and 595. Next stop, Polmont. I can't believe I've not dropped too many clangers so far in this video. I think it's Falkirk, or... No, it must be Falkirk or Polmont, where as you go past on the train, as the train slows down to stop, you can look through the station. You can see straight out onto the Firth, which I think is really nice. Which it's like over the town onto the Firth. 100-0. And we go, power down. This little thing here also makes it look much more like a Hitachi unit. So it's this bridge here, and I'm going to jump on the brakes out. Got up to 98 miles an hour on this run. Now that there is where the line from Stirling, Inverness, all that kind of good stuff, rejoins the main line. Straight into emergency. So you can see, I probably panicked a little bit there, but not too much. I'm going to leave it, I'm actually just going to pull it back to about the right place. So I panicked a bit there, but I felt like we were coming in far too hot. I'm going to stop at the end, I'm afraid, guys, but... So that's normally, just noticed that on an 800 series, that's just a thumb twist. So you twist it with your thumb, and it just like it locks the door. But you can basically it locks the door from the outside. From the inside, you can just use the handle to open it. These are very different in some ways to like. There's certain things I noticed, like the door control panel. This is near enough identical to an 800 series. Headlight controls, this sort of stuff exactly the same. This stuff, I'm not sure what... Hello! Not sure what RS, GSMR, obviously that's the same on everything. DOO screens, not sure they're even in use. You know, stuff like that. This is all really... This is exactly the same. Like, this would trigger different lights though. This is identical. Buttons I wouldn't push if I was obviously on his crew. Time to lock the doors. Let's get going again. Let's do it. That noise is accurate. That's accurate. That's good to know. You've got the Schaffenberg, I think that is on the front there. So I wonder, could one of these provide assistance to an 800 or vice versa? Probably wouldn't have the power to push one, but, you know, could an 800 in theory rescue this if it was stuck in a neutral section? So yeah, next stop is Linlithgow, 4.5 miles from Polmont. 100. Yeah, so we were in the 90 in theory until then, but obviously the train physically can't get up to there in time. Alrighty. So that is Manuel Junction. That's the Bowness and Kinneil Railway. There are some minor little texture bugs, like if I do that, you can see this screen empties until I move the throttle again. Same as announcements, they stop whenever you change cameras. Apparently the auto-announce lady is not going to auto-announce, so...
We'll soon arrive at
Linlithgow. This is the 712 ScotRail Express service to Edinburgh Waverley. I think I panicked a little bit there. Yeah, panic braked. Can keep going a little bit. I will do the Bowness and Kinneil in a future video. I've just need to build a scenario for it that I'm happy with. Actually, I know exactly the scenario I'm going to use. No, there's a Linlithgow. Like I say, this isn't realistic braking, which is why I think I'm struggling with it so much. These things, it makes vacuum brake stock look good. Also, why the crap does AI do this? That's not... It's not quite game breaking, but it's really irritating. It's about the right place. So yeah, so when me and Hannah came along here, we actually ended up going to Rainbow Railways and collecting a thing because I was like, Linlithgow is pretty, we can walk over. Sat on these benches here. I've got a video of an unboxing to do. I just want to have a look down here. Wow, this is exactly what it's like. There's a bit of... It's the artwork there. So none of the artwork's included, which I guess I understand. But you can go downstairs in the station, you've got the ticket at the travel centre there. That's the walk through the other side. It's a lift. And then you come out here. And there's a pub right there. And this is the main street. Doesn't include the peel, doesn't include the lock. So the peel is the palace. Oh, it does include the lock, but no palace. That's a shame. Anyway, lock the doors. Don't think about going places. I'll do a quick screen grab, and I'll probably use it for a thumbnail actually. So you hear that sound as the brakes release. That one there. That is realistic. So Linlithgow, we started at 100 miles an hour, and we are 15 miles until Haymarket, which is our next and penultimate stop on this service today. So yeah, no, yeah, like I say, it's what, 4 o'clock now. I've given myself till 5 to do some gaming, and then after that I'm going to do some housework, and then, because I need to be up reasonably early tomorrow. I'm due in York at 12, so I'm going to go well, actually I need to go for about a 10:30 train, so I need to leave the house about 9:30, so I want to start getting ready about 8, just to give myself plenty of time to have issues. Because I always have issues. You guys know me. I love having some issues. Some tissues and issues, as they say. And yeah. So I got some nail varnish on my thumb, and then ended up cutting the nail really badly, so it's now got like a load of exposed, like under thumb stuff, and it really hurts when I try and get nail varnish remover on it. I'm gonna try and like polish the nail varnish off, but it's gonna sting. I'll coast for a bit, let the speed drop to 98, and then back into half power. So yeah, overall capture of the 385. We'll do that for a bit as we drive. So door control panel right hand side, door control panel left hand side, or both have identical functions. This one's just easy to watch. Door close button, signal button is easy. Door handover, door release. Headlight controls, GSMR handset, GSMR radio, emergency brake plunger. Shit. Intercom handset, DOO screens, brake pipe pressure, AC controls, HVAC controls, to use a Hitachi term. That's pretty much it for the cab. On the console, you've got your TMS screen, which is, I think it's good they simulated it because it is a really important part of the cab on this train. You've got your speedometer here, DRA, TPWS, AWS, horn, wiper speed, hazard warning lights, train fault acknowledge, desk illumination, master key, and brake plunger. Sorry, not brake plunger, frickin' there's a proper word for it. I'm just going to coast for a bit. Directional selector, basically. Well, fuck, I'll call it a reverser. I forget there's a proper Hitachi term they like you to use. Like, this isn't a power brake lever, this is a CPDLC. This is the 90 running section here, I think. Or coming up here. Just to give you an idea of the route we've taken. So this is what we've driven so far. That's the turn off to Falkirk High, Falk Gramston, so you can literally just run down like that. Come back on. That's the Bowness and Kinneil. That is the line to Dalmeny. I can't remember the proper term for it. That's, I think, the Airdrie line. And then that's the other line to the north. And that's the tram line. Interestingly, you can normally click on the DSD to reset it, but not in this case. Aside from that, yeah, just assign a cab. No, like I say, the vision from the front is really restrictive. Also, the driver's uniform. It's not really a ScotRail uniform. You know, it's a similar colour, but none of the logos are there. And clipping through the neck. Come on, guys. That's it. That's an issue Dovetail gets wrong as well, though, unfortunately. And they get it wrong regularly. Yeah, so in theory, 385s are allowed over this at 100, but I tend to go for the 90. Ah, my TMS has failed. And I returned that. That was a fault I actually had a report on it back in my days of train crew life. Yeah, the speedometer is failing. I was like, oh god, this sounds bad. No, it's fine, I got one on the TMS. Okay, that's good. Oh dear. Just happy obviously to drive off the TMS, but that was a day with an instructor as well, so I was like, yeah, I just went past that 100 there, so I'll go back up to 100 for a little while. It's one of those like, should I report this jobs? Should I leave that to the driver, Reno? We like having, we like drivers, but yeah, we help our colleagues out and all that. I mean, in theory, you can ring. I think you can ring maintenance control whilst on the move, but you shouldn't. Well, it's not that you shouldn't, but you can understand someone getting distracted doing it. Especially if the maintenance control is like, can you press this button whilst, paying attention to the road, doing speed changes and stuff. I've just completely got distracted there, right. Well, no one's watched this far in the video anyway, so you haven't noticed. The 385 coming towards us, that's an 8 car. So yeah, they do have 8 cars in the route. And most of them in reality do seem to run as 8s. This is probably like the last 4 before the morning rush, because... Well, actually, no, this train would be one of the really busy ones, because this is like 7:30, 7:40 getting into Edinburgh. Which is like, if you wouldn't want to be at work for like 8 o'clock, past. Yeah. At Edinburgh Gateway. You can now see the tram line running alongside us. We are still in a 100 limit, as you can see, even just cheating a little bit there. You can see, like I say, you've got the tram line that runs alongside us. They do have the trams in game, they run randomly. I wonder, if they run randomly, would it be possible to get them, like, to spawning inside each other, or unrealistically close? There must be a timetable to it, right? Because they are rail vehicles, so they have physics. And that there is, you can see the line to our left, but up on the right hand side there, it's non-electrified. And that's because that is the line to, like I say, over to the north, so towards Aberdeen basically. And obviously that's non-electrified as soon as you get it past basically Haymarket Junction. So it doesn't need to be electrified. I do believe there's a power changeover at Haymarket for a Zoomers like an APCO. We all like our APCOs. I don't even care I'm booking it in at this point, but I'm allowed 2 mistakes in a video. That's my 2 mistakes. If we get any more, I'll have to refilm. And that is Haymarket Depot on the left-hand side. The Haymarket, of course, used to be actually the main city depot for Edinburgh, before Craig and Tinney took over. I think Craig and Tinney will have probably been the carriage sidings, with Haymarket being the loco depot, because this is where the A4s and the Deltics were all assigned to. Now it's stables mainly mainly, well, actually does have HSTs allocated to now, so I guess it isn't it. It's an Inter-7 City depot now, I guess. And it has those 170s and 158s allocated. Now I think it is good that you have these things running up here. There you go, and off, so we can coast. And you can see this is Haymarket Station. This doesn't have any stop markers. However, I want to stop about halfway down. Well, basically, well, halfway down is actually the exit, so I'll stop about 3/4 of the way down to get, as you know, it's probably roughly where the stop markers would be. Welcome to Edinburgh Haymarket. I guess I can give an overall recap of my thoughts on the route. And quite honestly, like I say, I'm a bit short, but I don't care. There's no stop markers here, so it's best guess on my part anyway. It's one of those. That's cool. So that has been changed. That's part of the enhancements. So you can see we've basically driven. Actually, we've driven the amber line. So this is probably the shortest. Like the blue line is a good one, but yeah. This is sort of the commuter network, I guess, for ScotRail, isn't it? Because the trains go north of Dunblane, East Kilbride. I know one thing about East Kilbride, their football team is apparently a bit shit. West Kilbride is also a location. Yeah, you've got quite a few, lines in Scotland that I think are interesting. It's got 40 seconds till the off. I'm trying to close doors early. Let's see my PTI is clear for once. Crap! Shut myself out the cab. I pressed the wrong close button. Guys, all I'm going to say is you saw nothing. Here we go, we have interlock, we have good PTI, clear PTI, let's go places. Next stop, Edinburgh Waverley. So it is a 40 departing here, however it's a 20 as soon as you exit the tunnels. So I'm going to go up to about 30, 35 and then just coast. No, this is full headlights. I was hoping it would give me a bit more long distance vision, but it doesn't. There's the exit, so 20 is literally just there. Double amber. As well, if you... First of all, these bridges are closed, which makes me incredibly upset. I just want to check. Yep, CPDLC is off. If you look up here, that's Edinburgh Castle. This is Princess Street Gardens. So this is one of the absolute genius parts of engineering of the railway in Edinburgh. This here is Princess Street. This is the main shopping street. That's Scots Monument. That's Scots Monument, some sort of monument. There. You can barely see the railway, and it's like I say, it's an absolute genius bit of design in my opinion. That they managed to basically hide the railway line. Okay, in the day of steam, you'd see sort of clouds of steam rising, but apart from that, wonderfully. They managed to wonderfully preserve the feel of Edinburgh as quite an old sort of city without eliminating, but also having what is an incredibly central station. To know what was in this area before they put the station in. They're going straight ahead here. Yeah, we are. We're going to enter the platform at about 10 and just keep this rate of deceleration going. Oh. Now, what I can do is I've seen a ScotRail driver do this, which means I'm allowed to do it. And that is headlights to tail. We'll door handover to the guard. I shall do my door handover like that. There we go. So go full forward, door release, door handover, and basically quickly shut my cab down. So it'll be a that's off, that comes off, that comes away with me. And then we'll do a no. There you go. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. I am now off for my PNB, my cup of tea in the depot here at Edinburgh. I was distraught, by the way, that the last time I came through here, there was no piano, which I will serenade you before we end today's video. Thank you, and good night.